Thank you for watching Channel 5 News. Today we look into some local heroes that have been saving lives for almost 100 years. When the city of Torrance was founded in 1912, it was founded mainly by three major businesses. After some time, they realized the need for a fire department. So in 1913, they established a volunteer fire department with an elected chief. The department started with just 7 men, but within 3 days, they had 40 willing volunteers on the roster. The first apparatus for this department was a custom 1919 Model T. It was built on a 1-ton chassis and had a chemical tank used for extinguishing fires of the day. In 1922, a combination city hall, fire department, and jail were built. In 1934, the second station was built. This was the first building in the city of Torrance to be dedicated just to the fire service. In the early 1940s, a rumor of war was circulating, so Fire Chief John McMaster convinced authorities not to draft the firefighters. Even though the men were not drafted, over half of the department enlisted. The department was forced to take on temporary help during World War II. After the war, the department's third fire station was constructed, and it added 2 new Mack fire engines to the fleet. In the economic boom of the 1950s, the department was able to add 2 new stations, and it was able to retire the original Station 1, which was torn down. In 1958, the Torrance Fire Department experienced debatably its most notable fire, the Hollywood Beach Riviera Club fire. The fire was eventually put out in conjunction with the Torrance Fire Department and the Redondo Beach Fire Department, but the building was a total loss, and its remains were bulldozed into the ocean. In the late 1960s, the city of Torrance adopted 38 fire call boxes, and the 6th fire station was built. In 1972, the department's first paramedic was made active, and within just a few years, over 75% of the department's calls were either paramedic or other emergency medical system calls. Today, the department has 6 active stations and is more dedicated to giving the best service possible to the citizens of Torrance than ever. The department has 2 fire trucks. The truck is staffed with 3 to 4 men and takes 2 men to drive because of the rear steering feature on the truck. It has over 100 feet of ladder, lots of hose, and various other equipment. The department has 5 paramedic rescues or squad vehicles. These are staffed with 2 paramedics. These trucks are equipped with backboards, IVs, EKG machines, bandages, and almost anything else you could need in a medical emergency. The department has a battalion chief that uses this Chevrolet Suburban to transport him from anything from meetings to incident command. The department has 1 hazardous materials vehicle. This vehicle is a truck with a tractor trailer. This vehicle is not always manned, but at any time there are 2 engine companies with personnel trained to respond to hazmat calls. This truck has equipment to deal with anything from ammonium nitrate spills to radiation. The department has 1 USAR vehicle, or Urban Search and Rescue. This truck is used from anything from shoring a building that has had its foundation damaged to rappelling into hard-to-reach places. It is rumored that this truck is a retired Snapple truck, but my sources can neither confirm or deny. The department also has many vehicles on reserve, not including this fire truck from 1924. It has 5 engines, 1 truck, 3 rescues, and countless staff vehicles used if any of the primary vehicles are due for service or maintenance. Today, the Fire Department of Torrance has 6 stations and is more committed than ever to giving the absolute best service to the citizens of Torrance. Now let's take a look at many of the apparatuses that are needed to make this fire department function so well. So what's in the future of this fantastic fire department? The big focus in the department right now is to become a more cost-efficient unit. Many of the plans for improvement that the department had were temporarily placed on hold due to budget cuts. And in the next few years, the department is expected to face dramatic budget cuts. It is trying to figure out how to give the best possible service to the community with less firefighters and fire equipment. Thank you for watching Channel 5 News.